Ashley Freeman was the kind of girl everyone liked. 17 years old, cheerful, and responsible. On the night of June 14th, 2017, she was babysitting 4-year-old Mason Rodriguez in a quiet neighborhood in Clarksville, Indiana. She had done it many times before. The Rodriguez family trusted her. Everyone did. At 9:32 p.m., Ashley sent a text to her mother. "Little man is asleep. I'll be home by 10. That was the last time anyone heard from her. When her parents woke up the next morning and saw that Ashley hadn't come home, they panicked. They called her phone, no answer. They drove straight to the Rodriguez house. The door was unlocked. Inside, little Mason was sitting on the living room floor, alone and crying. The TV was still on. Ashley's purse was in the kitchen. Her phone was plugged into the charger. But Ashley? She was gone. No forced entry. No sign of a struggle. It was as if she had simply vanished. The Rodriguez parents, Eduardo and Sofia, claimed they were out at a dinner party that night and returned around midnight. Eduardo insisted he never saw Ashley. Said maybe she had snuck out or gone to meet a boyfriend. But her family knew better. Ashley didn't just disappear. The police launched a full investigation. Dogs, helicopters, volunteers, nothing turned up. Ashley's boyfriend was interrogated, then cleared. Her school friends were questioned. One of them revealed something strange. Ashley had told her a week earlier that Mr. Rodriguez, Eduardo, had made her uncomfortable. "He looks at me weird when his wife isn't around," she had said. "I think he touched my back on purpose last time." It wasn't enough for an arrest, but it changed everything. Eduardo was asked to come in again for questioning. He kept his story tight. He and Sofia had gone out that night. They returned home late. They found Mason alone and assumed Ashley had left. They didn't think anything was wrong until the police arrived the next morning. But investigators found a hole in the story. Security footage from a neighbor's doorbell cam showed Eduardo pulling into his driveway at exactly 9:48 p.m. That was 12 minutes before Ashley was expected to leave. Eduardo had lied. 9 days passed. Then a contractor working on a basement renovation at the Rodriguez home made a horrifying discovery. Behind a wall that had been freshly sealed with drywall and paint, something didn't smell right. He broke through the surface. Inside the hidden cavity, he found a silver bracelet with the name Ashley engraved, a used hairbrush, a towel, and a strong chemical odor. He immediately called police. When forensic teams arrived, cadaver dogs hit on the scent of human decomposition. Blood traces were found in the wall, but Ashley's body wasn't there. The wall had been cleaned and resealed. Someone had come back and removed her remains. Investigators turned their full attention to Eduardo. Phone records showed that around midnight the night Ashley disappeared, he drove to a rural property 40 minutes away, a farm that belonged to his cousin. There, in a remote patch of land behind a shed, they found a shallow grave. Inside were the burnt remains of clothing, bones, and hair. DNA confirmed. It was Ashley Freeman. Eduardo was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. His motive? Ashley had threatened to tell her mother about his inappropriate behavior. She was going to speak up. He killed her to silence her, believing no one would suspect a respected family man, a father and neighbor. Sofia Rodriguez, his wife, maintained she knew nothing, that she never saw the hidden wall. that her husband had acted alone. She was never charged. Ashley's parents buried what was left of their daughter. They later founded a local advocacy group for youth safety and background checks for families hiring babysitters. As for little Mason, he's now 12. According to his grandmother, he still wakes up some nights crying about a monster in the basement. Eduardo Rodriguez is serving life, without the possibility of parole. But some believe his wife knew. Some believe she helped him cover it up. And others say the Rodriguez house, now abandoned, still carries a chill, a silence that holds a terrible secret.